was that? And then we start sharing business cards that night, like, here, take a picture, and oh, follow my LinkedIn, they just responded to me, you can get them that way, you know. So we kind of need to unpack the day, and when I try to do it briefly, I'm not there for an hour, like 15, 20 minutes, and I give you whatever new instructions we need for the next morning. But then we're back at it, okay, for 3 hours. So we will work with someone in different sessions. We load up the bus. We have a box lunch on the bus, and on the way home we stop for dinner somewhere. Probably Cracker Barrel, because they know how to deal with large groups really well. Okay. So that's it. That's the trip. When we come back, and everyone seems like really tired but very happy what they did. I haven't heard anyone who's gone with me to Atlanta complain. So just some photos from our first time around. We're going a comfortable bus. That was the dining etiquette dinner that we did upon arrival, but this time it'll be held here. We actually practice our handshaking, our elevator pitch with each other, so that it feels natural when we do it with the executives. The more you practice, the more permanent it feels. Okay? Our students look fabulous. Like, we look like we actually dress better than a lot of the people there. And it's impressive. Our first group, in fact, they were commenting, they're like, actually, your students, wow, this is an impressive group. They are just as great as the kids from Cornell, and Cornell, if you don't know, is an Ivy League school, so they're a top-ranked hospitality program. And we were being compared to them, and I thought that was, a compliment to us. You're in a classroom style setting for some of the sessions. They might be doing some of these at different training facilities now that they've incorporated into the renovation of the Crowne Plaza Hotel. I will be seeing some of this stuff for the first time because they're shaking things up on us. Okay. There we go. We'll break into small groups for some of the sessions. This is when we did a tour by that Atlanta Braves area. And then the next day, that's when we wear our tiger blue shirts. And this is when, I love this last picture because you get to see this particular floor in the headquarters where everything's like organized so that you could do a lot of teamwork and collaboration. So we don't just talk about it as a competency here in college, and you're not just assigned group projects in college just to drive you absolutely bananas. I know you guys hate teamwork projects, but when you get to the corporate setting, you are solving problems, much bigger problems that you yourself alone cannot solve. And that's why teamwork and collaboration is a key competency that employers are looking for. So this floor had a whole bunch of tables like that. They had booths like at a restaurant almost. They had little private workrooms. And it was pretty neat to see how they had this open floor plan just to, encourage teamwork and collaboration at the corporate level. Okay. That was our group shot. There you see Eduardo proudly standing on the middle. Okay. And then these are just some shots from the spring 2018 trip. So here you see that captured a picture of a mock interview taking place. And Jordan Cobb was dressed impeccably, and his interviewer was dressed very casually. Okay, you are always dressing to impress. You're not going to dress down like, oh, they're wearing polos, and so I'm going to do it too. No, that'll count against you, especially in an interview. We do a tour of the International Buckhead Hotel, and it's pretty amazing. Like, just the behind the scenes of the Buckhead, that's one impressive hotel. That's where all of the celebrities stay when they go to Atlanta. So we'll get to see some of the suites and the rooms there, hopefully, again on this trip. I have a conference call with the representative over there to kind of finalize the details. I'm really hoping they keep the Buckhead tour in there for you because you get to see one of the best hotels there is. And we did a tour of the Atlanta Braves area again on the second trip. So that was our group shot at the headquarter offices and logistics. So we make all the arrangements for you. You don't really have to do much except sign up and commit to what I've asked you to, submit your forms and come prepared. Okay? You'll be assigned one roommate of the same gender. Do not ask me for a particular roommate. Okay, I have a method to my madness, and I try to make sure that students from different programs get to know each other. People who aren't like seniors aren't all together. I really think about how I should pair students up. Okay, you will be asked to put a credit card down for incidentals upon hotel check-in. If you don't drink the $6 bottle of water, they're not going to charge you for the $6 bottle of water. Okay, if you don't order room service, they're not going to charge you for room service. And on this trip, no one goes hungry. I think we're pretty well fed. So I can't stress enough, like, don't buy anything extra you're not going to be charged, because I'm not covering it. And the university's not giving me money to cover it for you. So if you do any of those things, if you order a pay-per-view movie, you're going to be charged. Okay, and that's on your credit card. Right. I give you a packing list of what to bring. You definitely need to bring a government-issued ID with you. The credit card, your professional attire, and your KWS shirt. Clothing, like, if you know you want to, bring a scarf, bring a scarf. If you want to, I don't know, if you like fuzzy socks when you sleep, bring your fuzzy socks. I'm going to break down a little like that. But do pack pajamas. You're going to be rooming with someone that you don't know, so bring pajamas, okay? Toiletries, resume minimum of 5 copies, and that resume should be printed on resume paper. Okay, if you don't know what resume paper is, I cover that in my resume workshop, and I'll have some available outside my office door. I have a folder with resume paper in it for people who are taking this seriously. Don't bring it printed on copy paper. It does not make the right impression. Okay. Bring your portfolio, notepad, and a pen. If you don't have those things, then invest in them. Okay. Your cell phone and charger. Earbuds are an absolute requirement. I do not like a long bus ride with a cacophony of noises. I can't stand it. So if you're playing your music too loud, I'm going to go up to you and be like, hey, you need to turn that down. I don't want to hear like your Die Hard movie playing. Like, I don't know. I have work to do. And so I will tell you where your earbuds. Snacks in a water bottle, but don't bring a whole cooler or stuff. Like, modest, like a few granola bars if you want. That's fine. Reading materials. Label your luggage. It all looks alike when it's all together. And this actually happened to me. Our first trip, someone mistakenly took my luggage to their room. And I was like, okay, my luggage is missing. And luckily my luggage was labeled. And they were like, oh, it's Miss Marta's. And then I got my luggage back. A light jacket. And it should be a good looking jacket, because you never know how cold the air conditioning is, either on the bus or in the headquarters. Like, there were some young ladies, because they had skirt suits, that they were feeling kind of cold. So I can't control their AC, go prepared. And I can't control the weather either, so bring an umbrella. All right. So questions about the IHG first look trip? Now's your chance. Eduardo, did you want to chime in on anything about the trip?
Didn't you mention everything?
Okay.
Just be flexible and to make sure to bring everything, to be professional at all times. You don't know when people is watching at you, so
Yeah.
just pay attention.
And this isn't to intimidate you at all or to scare you away. From our first trip, we have an alum now, Gabrielle Paul, who was able to attain an internship at the headquarter offices in London. She was an international student. She was originally from London. She is now working in the Crown Plaza Brands Division as a full-time employee of IHG in the corporate sector, okay? So there are outcomes that we can show from students participating in this trip. We have our Tiger Talent Ambassador. She was hired, one of 4 selected nationwide to work the Orange Lake Resorts, which is an IHG property, one of 4 in the country that was selected to have that internship. So having this IHG first look experience on your resume, like, they remember that, and and they wanna see a return on their investment too. If they've taken all this time to invest in you and spend the time with you, and now you're applying for an opportunity with them, and they see IHG first look on your resume, they're like, oh wait, this kid knows quite a bit about us, that this potential candidate, you know, we should take a closer look. So it does help you, your participation helps with this. So, if you don't have any questions, I just want you to know, before the trip, these are the expectations. You're gonna have to complete a student information form. It's a page that includes like emergency contact information. You will have to complete a media release, so now we've made it easier, and we have a link, and I'll send this PowerPoint to this class, right, so don't worry about that. I will ask you to sign the hold harmless form, and this is a legal document. It's a PDF, so you're gonna have to print it, sign it, scan it, and return it to me, or print it, sign it, and just give it to me, and then I will digitally copy it for legal and all the people that I have to give that to. You will have to get the KWS shirt, so here's the form from Peggy as to what, like the instructions, I should say, it's not a form, so you know what to do. We use the GroupMe app the entire trip. Like, I'm sending GroupMe messages like 10 o'clock at night, like, guys, don't forget this, or I just found out that, or it's constant messaging. But during the sessions, of course, everyone's phone is on silent, okay? I try not to send you messages during the trip, during the actual, like, small group sessions. God forbid I send one during the month, and if you just have it on silent, okay? But that's pretty much our easiest way of communicating with you.